My name is Roseford Kutin. I am a music instructor at the Ministry of Education, the PSMPU unit. And this year I was tasked with, well, I would say I had a mammoth task of doing 3 junior bands. One would have been Bethlehem, um, Bethlehem RC, Bet Vibes RC, Diego Martin, and then Pandemonium Youth Band. Okay, so Bethlehem played, and we are playing Inventor, Iola Tunji. Diego Martin did Our Living, that's why Farm and Happy. And Pandemonium Youth, they will be playing Energy by Michael Tisha. It all depends because it more comes from an inspiration of perhaps the year before, because as you may know in Junior Panorama, because of the time the songs come out, you may have to refer to the year before, right? With Bethlehem, the principal and I, as Miss Celestine, we spoke of the tune, and I felt like that would have been a fitting tune for the school itself. Because of that momentum the school built from Panorama last year with DNA. And so we just continuing that on that trajectory. And then with Diego Martin, I always had a liking. The song always called me Our Living. And a couple of inspirations. I heard people like Duvon Stewart and Andre White. They did some fantastic work with the song, and it sort of inspired me. And besides that, the message of the song itself, it speaks to the individual. It speaks to not so much about a negative message, but more in a positive light, right? So that would have been How I Living. And Energy, from the day Energy came out, that first day, the first couple hours, I heard that song, I was like, yeah. Now it's a song that a lot of bands may not, I don't think I've seen much bands doing it for Panama. And rightfully, the structure of the song is a bit extended, with the chorus in particular, right? But I just see it as a means of having more resources in terms of musical resources, motifs to develop. Well, the first thing I did was I started, when we decided, okay, we're going to take this direction, I started with Bethlehem in September, October. So when we took the Christmas break, we practiced right up till a couple of days before Christmas. I think we locked off like about the 18th, right, of December. So with that now, and having that, and at that point we reached the minor. So if you know the structure, for who's listening, in a Panorama song, after the minor, most people, they go back to the original theme of the song, I guess. And then you do a bit of a play, and then you go outside. So I did it in a way where I could have made my job easier when the new year started, because of the fact that Junior Panorama, for primary school itself, it was a bit higher up in January, in the sense that normally they would be like more to the end of January, or closer to the end, but this year we had to kind of double up on the preparation for that, right? So I used that structure with 2 of the 3 bands. I would say more so for the 3 bands. So at December, Christmas time, the majority of the work, I would say like 70% of the music was done. So for the new year, we just had to probably do an intro and ending on that. Time management for that, yeah, that was a bit crazy, because we have 2 extremes. We have Bethlehem, which is in St. Paul Street, Best Australia, and then the secondary school overs after the primary school, right? So there are times where we would have to take up rehearsals from lunchtime and go forward till about 4 o'clock. The good thing about that is it's always good to have someone. You can't do it alone. You can't do it alone, right? And I'm guessing I'm a young budding arranger, and I'm guessing that the more experienced arrangers could allude to that, right? So you would have a drill master. Some people may, the drill master may even relay the music from the score to the player, right? So what I had to do was I had to do a bit of serious time management. I had Charlton Alfonso, for whom may know him, right? Right, Charlton. So Charlton worked with me with Bethlehem, and so there are days where I would be at Bethlehem, he would be at Diego Martin, um, I would be at Diego Martin, both of us would be there, and we had to structure it to fill a week. So we could have structured it to stop rehearsals at about 4 or 5. So then now I could easily come over to the youth band, because the youth band itself at the age of under 21, 21 and under, it'll be a little more flexible with the time, right? So yeah, it's definitely time management. There are times where I reach a point where, yeah, because I'm coming from school, my throat hoarse, I'm going to another school there, and that's literally my days and for the past couple of months, 3 4 months, you know. So from there, I'd brave the traffic. I had to go down to Diego Martin. When I reach down there, right, we practice, we pray, okay, and that's an integral part of everything. We must pray, right? And from there now, I will come up to Pandemonium and we'll start some work. Our numbers in Pandemonium, well, it would not, it's not as big as the grand as the other large ones, because I more see this as a project, to be real honest. I was telling a friend recently, as I really see this as a project for, it's a sort of cultural transformation, yes, but I also see it as youth development. And anybody who know me, once I am committed to something, I used to, for a couple of years ago, the last time I finished a range was, not finished, well, when I last arranged, that was 2020, because I also did some work with Desperados Youth Band over the years from 2017 till 20. So, you know, once I am committed to something, I give my all, and that's it. There are times where I have to, so some of the students will give me that support, they will come up from Diego Martin, and there are times where, you know, we have transport, we may have a glitch or two with the maxi, and I would have to make these trips from Belmont to Diego Martin as far as Patna in Diego Martin, and come back up, and just to make sure that these youths are secure as well. Yeah, so that in itself, the parents would have a level of faith in me, and I would like to live up to that and assure them that these are my kids. Like every band, these are my kids. These are my kids. And that's something I'm proud about. And as I said, even with Pandemonium, I see it as community work as well, because even in Bethlehem, the environment, we know the climate of the country, social challenges and all these things. And I see the talent the Lord has given to me. I see that as a mechanism of trying to persuade and change the whole dynamic of youth in terms of their outlook or the optic of life, what music is, who am I? Who am I? To build that sense of confidence. Even coming here, one of the parents in Diego Martin was like, "Sir, I'm really thankful, because it's the first time my daughter played pan, and that for me is enough. That for me is enough, right? And everything else will flow. Nothing is possible without God. Nothing is possible without God. And as I said, we put our best foot forward. Win, loss, or draw, we made our effort, we made our attempt, and that is where that little effort there could really change a youth's perspective of life.